Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of NC-17. My name is Josh, and we have with us a returning guest who is always welcome. Well, everyone's welcome on the show, but I'm always really excited when this guest comes back because she is such an awesome person. She's awesome actress, scream queen, model, mermaid, you name it, she's it. We got Morgan Ziva. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you, Josh?
I'm pretty good, pretty good. Uh So since the last time you've been on, kind of catch us up a little bit. What you been up to?
Gosh. It's like, hold on, let me just get this off so I can see. I feel like I've been busy almost every weekend. I feel like if it's not a campaign I'm doing for photography or I'm doing like a cosplay shoot. Right now we're working on the Yule Monster from Eddie Langell, and that is so much fun. I mean, it's tiresome. There's late. It you go late into the night, and of course, me, I'm kind of like a brat. I'm kind of like, can you just wrap me so I can like go in the hot tub, because we're filming on Tess Mormont's property. And it's just really nice. For one thing, it's wonderful to work with your best friend, have people on the set that and just be like, all right, when we're done, I'm just going to bed. Peace, like that's pretty wonderful. But yeah, I feel like things are kind of starting to take off. And I did audition recently for a big budget film. Unfortunately, I did have to sign an NAD, so I can't disclose that. But people are like, oh, but I feel like I'm getting closer to the goal line. Like, who cares if I didn't get it? You made it that far. So what? You'll get the next one?
Oh
Like
yeah,
to me, that's huge. I'm like, yes, I failed. I made it this far. Woo!
oh yeah. Uh, well, since you can't really talk about it, I'll just say that from the movies I have seen you in, and just getting to know you, whatever it is, you're gonna knock it out the park.
I hope so. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna keep at it. I'll get the next one. You know, you I mean, when you're an actor, when you're a creative, I was just watching something about that today. I can't remember her name, but it's like there was this actress describing how it feels to be an actor, to be a creative and to be out there. And sometimes you're right in front of these producers and executives and you're doing your monologue, you're doing your thing, and they're just like, okay, thank you. And it's like you have to keep your eye on why you're doing this. It doesn't matter if they like you. It doesn't matter if you get this this one. Like as long as you're out there and you're doing projects and you're doing the things you love. I mean, sometimes it's an indie project and you're doing it with your friends and you're doing your crafts, you're having a wonderful time. So those little rejections here and there, like who cares? Sometimes you have no idea why they're not taking you, you know?
Very true.
Could be anything. She's too tall, she's too thin, she's too who cares? Who cares? Who cares? You'll get the next one. You'll get the next one.
Oh yeah. Uh, so I'm gonna give a brief kind of little history, real quick, of how you and I have become friends because I don't consider you, just I don't consider anybody just a guest that comes on the show. All of you guys are helping me, and I'm helping you, so it's kind of like a family. But to me, we've met in person, we've hung out, we've gotten to know each other. So it is kind of like you are beyond being just my friend. It's like I look at you like you're my sister. So
Thank you, Josh.
you're
And you're out
welcome.
here doing so good. I have to just say, like, give yourself snaps. I'm so proud of you. Like I keep seeing you're you're booking, 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 and bigger guests and bigger names and just always on your grind and just getting out there. And yeah, I just appreciate you and your beautiful wife so much. And such kindness I receive from you guys. And it's so sweet because sometimes I'll watch your show and I'm like, I'll hear my name here and there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's talking about me. Or if it's someone I know, you're like, oh my God, you're friends with Morgan Ziva. And I love that.
Uh,
I appreciate you. You're doing so wonderful.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It's very rare though. Like, so our brief history, our short history that we've known each other is 2 years ago we met at Motor City Nightmares.
Yes.
And it was kind of, and I don't want to bring it up as a bad memory or anything, but it was kind of, you were going through a difficult time because you had just lost somebody dear, and I thought the best thing to kind of at that moment in time would be to do an episode with you, which I was very gracious and thankful that you did the interview because you didn't have to, but we dedicated it to your friend, you know, and if anything, that's what I want people to know about this show is that we care. Well, I can't say we because it's mostly only me, but know, NC-17 cares about the people, you know, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I've probably at least 40 times have seen the Slough Awakens.
Thank you so much. That means
Excellent movie.
so much.
And my wife has finally sat down and watched it all the way through a couple times too.
Yes.
She even though she don't like horror, but she was like, she wants to support you and because you are such a humble, nice human being, and it is nice knowing you. It is our honor and our privilege. So
Thank you so much. That means so much.
yeah, I will say though, like in knowing you, I've gotten to know other people,
Yeah.
such as a very important guest who was on recently, Miss Tess Mormont.
Yes, Miss Tess Mormont. We love Tess Mormont.
Oh yeah, and phenomenal individual. She's a phenomenal person.
She's an amazing person, isn't she?
Oh yeah,
Doesn't she just blow you out of the water with those stories and the life, she's lived,
oh
things
yeah,
that she's gone through? Yes, it's amazing.
oh yeah. Uh, but I want to kind of dig a little bit deeper into why you choose certain roles you go for, because it's always been like surface scratch stuff of like what was your feeling and stuff like that. But like, let's go a little bit deeper. Like, do you have emotional connections to some of these characters? Now we dug deep on the Slow Awakens,
Okay. I can
but
go deeper. I can go
uh,
deeper. Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know, uh, now you know my take on it is it wasn't necessarily she was doing this for evil. She was doing this because she wanted to be. Oh, I don't want to ruin it for nobody, but she had a reason why she was doing
Yes, of course. Yes.
it. So in being that character and being in that time and being with all those other actors and actresses, you had to make yourself stand out somehow. And I think I finally pinpointed it after watching it like 43 times. uh,
Yeah, and
but
I'll let you know if you got it. Yeah.
but correct me if I'm wrong. So it wasn't you were there with all these other people. There was you were there all together, and that's what I took away from it.
Yeah.
You know,
And well, and there's a and if you do want me to go a little deeper with this character, at the time that I chose that I got chosen to play the Sluagh Queen and then also chose the part, I was battling with some of my own demons. I have struggled with pretty severe PTSD. And I, yeah, that's hard. Um, I won't share, unfortunately, and forgive me, I won't share how that came to be, but I have gone through extensive treatment for that, and my heart goes out to anybody who have been through trauma or veterans or battered women. Anybody who goes through PTSD is going to understand that you develop like this kind of little monster inside. Maybe not a little monster, maybe a huge fucking monster that at moments you have to battle down. And you know for people going through this, you have to get extensive fucking treatment for it. It's very difficult. And the thing with the Sluagh Queen is it was very empowering and healing for me to be her, to be her, to go ahead and lean into this grotesque, monstrous rage that lived in me at that moment, and harness it and use her and become that character and use that rage and use that power and use that and be that monster in that moment. So yeah, so there was something much deeper that resonated within me for that character.
Uh,
And go ahead,
oh no,
Josh.
no, I was just saying. Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah. It's kind of like as the character was going through her metaphors, so was you.
Yes, absolutely. And I was going through, a metamorphosis while we were filming that movie. Yeah, so I'll always have, like, I have a love for that character. Maybe some people are like, they don't understand or they're judging it. They don't get it. Whatever. We don't care. You know what? The right ones get it. The right ones get it. Who cares about who doesn't get it,
Oh yeah, and I'm actually happy to say that since I have seen it and since we have talked, I've had a couple other cast members that have been in the film on the show too. You know,
Yeah.
Tim Hell, uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
awesome dude, and I can't. When I was talking to him, it was like talking to my brother. I'm not even gonna lie.
He's wonderful. And he's friends with that
Yep.
Chris O'Brockie that you just had on the show. Yeah, though I think
Uh,
those two have been in films together as well.
yep. Craig Coon.
That's how I met Chris, is through Tim. Yeah, we all like know each other. I love
Oh
that.
yeah.
I love that.
Well, that is a perfect segue into the next segment. So I just say segue and segment in a sec. Whatever.
Okay, you're doing wonderful.
uh, so you're modeling. You do a lot of like mermaid modeling, which is fantastic. You know, and like I see the pictures that you post that Tess posts and that Chris posts, and I'm sitting here thinking like, good lord, how the hell do they? First off, how you hold your breath for so long?
Sure. Ask me anything, please. You know, well, we really are athletes. Like, there's a lot of training that goes into the work we do. And the thing is, though, we are all actors. When you're underwater, when you're doing those photo shoots, you have to have a certain type of awareness. And it can be very difficult because you are immersed, you're under the water, completely under the water. You have to relax your face. Your lips have to relax. Your eyes are open. You still have to be aware. My light source is here. I have to turn my face here. My face must be relaxed. My hands have to look correct. They have to look beautiful. You have to, hold your body a certain way. Like, it's double the work because you're underwater, and the breath hold is so important. you have to kind of train your body when you go underwater to be like, I'm comfortable. I'm not panicking. I can hold my breath. And you get better at it, but it takes a lot of practice because for most people, you go under there and you're like, I can't breathe. So there really is, there's quite an art to it.
Yeah. Uh, I want to say on a personal note, because yeah, I'll admit it, I can't swim a lick. Like you put me in a doggy pool, I'm happy. You put me in anything bigger than a doggy pool, you're gonna need a Baywatch to come and save me. So,
Baywatch.
uh, but there's a there's a certain different kind of art that I picture when you guys are doing this, and like anyone can walk down a catwalk, but to do what you guys do, like you said, you're athletes. You guys have to be able to do that on a much larger scale because what you're doing is life threatening.
It is. And it can be dangerous because, and just so everybody at home realizes, we never swim alone. Those tails are heavy. Once they get wet, they are extremely heavy. What we do is dangerous. Do not ever practice that alone. Buy your own tail, practice it alone. We are all uh, certified through a dive company. We've had to take extensive classes of extensive training. Um, Safety, safety, safety. And we always swim in pairs, even if we're just practicing. You could be under the water too long and just pass out. So you have to have someone watching you. It can be dangerous.
Oh yeah. So me and Lauren, for everybody who don't know, Lauren is my wife. We were having a conversation recently, and she compared, and it didn't click to me at first, but then I was like, "Oh, you're starting to make sense there." She compared to what you guys do, kind of like the Navy SEALs of modeling.
Wow. That,
Yeah,
what honor, what a beautiful compliment that is. That
yeah,
is really incredible. Wow, that hit me deep. Um, but yeah, it is hard. And just thank you for saying that because I think that and people don't realize just modeling the skill that it takes. I have to, every time I get in front of a camera, whether it is underwater or on land, I'm on the set, it's not just putting on makeup and putting on the outfit and putting on the costume. Like, I become that character and I want to capture something. When I do my pictures, I want you to feel something. I don't want to just be like, look at me. Anybody can do that shit, you know? I mean, I really try to become something every time I'm in front of the camera.
oh yeah. Well, it
But
shows. I can tell you, it shows.
thank
Yeah.
I
Uh,
appreciate it. I'm so happy I get to talk about this. I think people just think it's about like, well, just be thin and put a dress on and put makeup on. And it's just like, no, it's so much more than that.
oh yeah. I so I have a friend who short story. I have a friend who his sister just got into the modeling agency. Got a world, and but she's the kind that's going to be walking down a catwalk and modeling dresses and shirts and clothes, and not knocking that. That's good too because you got to be able to
Yes,
make a
of
living.
course. Yeah, you got it. And listen, that walk, I just auditioned for Studio Zero, um, which is a local studio in Cleveland. They do modeling film. You can look them up, but you got it. The walk's got to be good. You have to know how to walk. Wait, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off,
Oh no,
Josh.
no, you're good. And she told him the first piece of advice that she got from another model was what others think should never impact who you are.
Yes.
And she was a little bit naive on getting the meaning behind that. So when she was talking to my friend, he was like, I mean, I just happened to be there when they were talking. He was like, well, what that person was saying is like, you're going to be who you are one way or the other. People
Right.
are going to like you or they're not going to like you.
Right.
And I was like, maybe you should say it in a manner of, if this is your passion, follow your passion, because no one else is going to follow it for you.
Yes.
You know,
You have to be,
and
go ahead, sorry. I'm
oh no, no,
sorry.
and she went back and was like, okay, she's gonna do what she do, and she booked her first two events. So,
Excellent. I love that. I'm so glad to hear it. And the one thing I just want to touch on, which people don't realize, and I just want people to know this because it is so much deeper. Like, you know, as actors, as models, as entertainers, we're out there, and I'm sure that everybody who is a creative is fully aware that when you're out in public, when you're working with the public, people aren't always so super nice to you. I don't know where people get this assumption that people will carry me around on a pillow or something. It is the opposite. I feel like, and I've touched on this before, when you're creative and when you're out there, when you're pursuing your passion, it's almost like you're taking it from the opposition or just harder, you know? Like I'm the other day, I'm in the gas station, I'm trying to get gas, okay? I'm just trying to get on with my day. I don't want to be bothered. Some man was following me around the store, the gas station, demanding I look at him, demanding I answer him. You know, a lot of times I can't even like go into the grocery store. Like I'll bring like my mom with me or something. Like you take a lot of harassment. And people aren't always so nice. They feel like they won't get your attention unless they knock you down a couple pegs. They're going to say something snotty. They're going to say something sarcastic. They're going to leave a shitty comment just to get your attention. Like, it'd be kind of tough to do this shit. And I feel sorry, I'm swearing a lot today.
no, you're
I'm like,
good.
I'm full of piss and vinegar. Anyway, and then I just feel like the people that are around us, even for me, even just dating, I feel like I've been on the stage before in this beautiful dress, and I'm standing next to my date, I'm receiving insults from the crowd, and it's just like, and it's like the person you're with has to be pretty strong. You either have to be strong enough to keep your mouth shut, or you have to be strong enough to say something really sharp, or if I do, you have to be able to deal with it. I just feel like it's not so, I just feel like people have this idea that like, and we wouldn't do this, like I would never do this if I just didn't love what I do so much. But it's like all the other bullshit we have to go through. It's
Oh yeah,
tough.
oh yeah. No, I even get it. Like people who I know in my personal life who've seen episodes of the show. They'll be like, hey, you ask the same questions, yeah, but the answers are always different. You know, and the thing is you can't have you can't let people negatively affect you in
Yes.
life, because at the end of the day they win.
Right.
you know but I could tell you, with knowing you, you don't let them.
No,
You push all that shit aside, and you're like, you know what, if you don't like it, sorry, you're missing out on something that's awesome.
you
you know
have to. When people do that, they want something from you. Give them nothing. Give them nothing. You don't even have to respond. Just be like, you know what? I can see you're coming at me with this energy. You know what you're getting? Nothing. And Josh, I just have to say, I've watched several of your interviews with different people, and you've had some celebrities and everything, and it's so impressive. You are probably the most skilled interviewer I have seen in a long time. You always ask the right questions. You always open the floor to the person that you're interviewing because the audience, they want you to ask the right questions because they want to know about that person. They want you to go a little deeper. I I just think that just go with your gut. I feel like you always lead the interview so well. Anytime I've interviewed with you, I'm always so comfortable and I feel good and I feel like it always goes well. So you're doing fantastic.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm gonna put that in my head and no, just playing. No, it's the thing is with this show. All right, so if you could bear with me for one moment, I'm gonna kind of like give the show an expose real quick. With this show, the show was never meant for me. The show was always meant to help push everybody else to the forefront, kind of be like, hey, this is a platform for you guys to come on. I don't care if you're an actor, actress, director, model. I don't care if you do special effects, if you do makeup, hair. This is a platform for all. And at the end of the day, yeah, I could be like certain higher known people that are pricks. I could be me, you know?
Yeah.
And the one advice that I know I've always taken with me in life that my mom gave me, respect is not earned, respect is given. You got to give it if you want it. And
Yeah.
that's what I always do. So, you know, and to be honest, without you and everyone else who's come on the show and everything like that, this show wouldn't be where it is today. So I'm eternally grateful to all of you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Grateful for you.
I definitely have to get you, Tess, and Chris all on at the same time.
Yes. I would love that. I would
Yeah,
love
and
that.
I mean, I will say though, like every time we've spoken, it whether it be 2 years ago, the couple times we did the interviews on through Zoom, every time we've spoken, it just seems again like I'm not talking to anybody who I wouldn't consider family. I'm going to say it again. So
Thank
yeah,
you. That means a lot. I feel the same way. Thank you.
yeah, and actually, if it wasn't for one individual who I will name drop and name drop his movie, if it wasn't for Jorge De La Rosa and
Yeah.
Helvane, we would not know each other.
Jorge De La Rosa and Helvan. Yes.
Uh,
Yes. He's the best. He's the best. Oh my gosh.
oh yeah. So little tidbit. I don't know if you know, but 2 years ago at Motor City Nightmares, when it was 2 years ago, right? Was it 2 years or last year? I think it was last year.
Like it was last year.
Yeah, last year. Sorry, I keep saying 2 years.
Doesn't matter. Time flies.
uh, so the after party, me and Jorge hung out for pretty much the entire time until my wife was like, "Hey, it's time to go upstairs." That my wife says it's time to go upstairs. I know who runs this job. So
Yes, the wife runs a show. That's right.
right,
Good for
but
her.
but no, me and Jorge were hanging out and we were just talking, and he's very passionate about getting Hellvan 2 out there.
Yes.
But I think he's got you know it's going to get out there. I just don't think it's going to get out there in the time frame that most are thinking. And that's nothing on him. That's just how life goes, you know.
Yes.
But enough about everybody else. This show's about you today.
Okay, please talk about whatever you want. I love, featuring people I know and talking about people I know and people love shout outs. They love it.
Oh yeah. Uh Fright Tech Pictures are productions or films. It's one of the three.
Fright Tech, ITN. Yes.
Yeah.
They're the ones
Uh,
putting out Fuel Monster. Yeah.
it seems like you have a home with them when it comes to movies.
Yes. They've taken a shine to me.
Oh yeah, and the good thing is like I think it's a perfect fit because the kind of movies they put out draw the attention of the people least expected. Like when I first met you, you were like you should check out the St. Patrick's Day or Slow Awakens, and I was like, okay, I'll check it out. Knowing you in person and then seeing that movie, I was like, okay. So I mean, it was awesome.
It's
I,
funny, isn't it? I know. But I mean, all people are totally different. Like and I'm an actor. People forget, first and foremost, I'm an actor. So whenever I'm on the set, you become you must become, you become that character, and I'm quite capable of playing a dark character. This recent character I'm playing is a coke addict. Um, and it's funny because I always shock people. Like even the director, Eddie Langell, he's just like, but you're so nice. You're so nice. And it's like, well, yes, my God, in real life, yeah, like we're friends. I'm not going to be the character I am on the set. I'm on the set. I'm acting.
oh yeah,
It's
I've
so
actually
funny.
oh yeah, I've actually seen some interviews with Eddie where he kind of seems sometimes surprised at his own product. Like he's putting out these films and he's like, I'm surprised this film is doing this good, and I'm like,
So
that's
funny.
refreshing. You know,
Yeah.
but I think that the I think right now the way everything's going with your career, I think longevity is a thing that you're going to be able to have in any facet of this industry, whether it be modeling, acting, whichever. And I think that anyone who can cast you would be lucky to have you. So,
Thank you, Josh. That means so much. Yes, I'm feeling like lately I am kind of started, not kind of, definitely like attracting and doing more projects and more modeling and more acting, and it's just like I'm so happy. It's wonderful. I mean, this is what I do. I love it. It's like I gotta and I'll remind people, like, rest is so important. Skincare is important. Taking time for yourself, connecting with your friends. You've got to spend time with your friends. You have to spend time with your family. I feel like family always comes first. Family first, family first. Um, you know, because I mean, if you're running on empty, you're tired all the time. I just don't think you're gonna do like super great on the set. I just feel like you need to like recharge, and not overdo it. You can't overdo it, and you have to like know when to say, you know what, I don't think my body can do this today.
oh yeah,
You know, but I think a lot of people will just be like, well, but that's just me, I need my rest. I need my rest. I want to look my absolute best. I want to do the best job. And I just know what I need.
oh yeah. I'm waiting for the day for you to say that someone wrote a script where you, Tess, and Chris can play evil mermaids. I'm waiting for the day. I truly believe someone out there is going to do that for you.
I am waiting for the day, and I truly believe that that is going to manifest and happen because I just would not be surprised because we would all have the skill, the know-how, and we're already pretty great actors, and it would be so good. Yes.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, if anyone does, damn it, I'll write it.
You're like, damn it, I'll write it.
No, I think I always say it, independent film has like this family feel, but I mean, I see some of the posts you guys post when you're going to these conventions for like mermaids and mermen and stuff like that, and it's like those seem even like a even tighter knit group, you know.
Yeah.
And I know when Tess was on, she said that a bunch of people, there was like 15 people in her hotel room watching Splash, you
Yes.
know, and I'm like, there's a certain family feeling when it comes to people saying that they can have complete strangers or 20 friends over at one time and they're all enjoying the same thing,
Yes.
and that's awesome. So, and you have that in strides. I think anybody you're ever around is always in a phenomenal place because you're phenomenal. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, we do try to, and it's crazy. And you're totally right about that. It's like, we're filming on Tessa's property, and in her house, and that's exactly how she wants people to feel. She wants people to feel welcome. She wants them to feel like family. She wants you to feel comfortable, and we all get along and that's what I like. No, who has time for that for petty grumpy BS, Ugh, that sucks. Yeah, we don't like that energy. No, no, no. I don't want that.
Oh yeah. uh so kind of update us on the convention scenes. Are you doing any more conventions this year, or are you focusing more on your modeling and acting?
I think I'm focusing on more modeling and acting. I am planning my own, it's not clearly not a convention, but I am planning my own like dive trip for us, like as mermaids. Going to be working in a quarry or quarry. I always say the name wrong, and our friend Ian, like Rogue Mermaid, always laughs at me, and he's like, "Oh, you just can't say the name right." But anyway, so I'm planning this this trip, and it's going to be amazing. And we're going to have photographers, and there's like a sunken ship and a plane, and I'd love to get pictures of us with this underwater. We're definitely going to have to trade for it though, because it's going to be pretty deep, and we're going to need divers. But I'm just planning that on my own. So, but as far as like conventions, yeah, I don't have anything like planned right now. Just maybe a couple trips for us to do some fun stuff, get some amazing photography, and I still have a lot of pictures coming out. People are always asking, like, when are they coming out? When are you going to have more? I'll always have more. I'm going to keep it like
Oh
next photos, next film, next thing.
yeah. uh, so let's talk about your last photo shoot.
Yeah.
You posted three pictures, and in that last picture, there was a ghost hand.
I understand. I'm so happy we're talking about this. Oh, this is so fun. So,
Yeah,
yes,
go ahead.
isn't that freaking weird? Like, no, you're the only person who mentioned that. And I was like, hello, is anyone else seeing this freaky, weird ghost hand that looks like it's reaching out to grab my ass or something?
Yeah. So when I saw those pictures, at first, I'll admit I didn't notice it because I was kind of like noticing pretty much the background and just everything. I'm weird when I
Yeah.
look at like photos of like models and art and stuff like that. I'm not looking what most guys are looking at. I'm looking at the actual art and everything that's involved with the picture. And I really didn't see the hand until after you mentioned it. I was like, oh shit, now I gotta go back and look. I was like, oh damn, there's a hand.
Kept looking at that. And I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe somebody walked by and they were like, of course, I got to make everything like, oh, it's spooky. It's the Yule monster. It's a hand. It's a ghost. It's a ghost. I know it's a ghost.
All right. Uh, so yeah, it's so now you can say you've been visited by a ghost.
I know, right? How scary. Ooh.
Uh, uh, so can you give an update on the Yule monster and like how far you are and maybe when it might be coming out?
I think we're doing pretty well on filming. I think we got a few more sets we have to do. And I think I have a couple, but and then other actors are gonna have to do more. But so hopefully that should be wrapping up pretty soon. And then it'll go into the editing phase, and then production. So I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm thinking it'll probably be like next year. I know that I know the production company ITN, you know, wants us to wrap it up so we can box it up and get it out there.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. We're on a time schedule. Come on.
Oh yeah. Uh, so what does the future hold for one Morgan Ziva?
For me,
Yeah.
gosh, what does the future hold? I don't know. I mean, I hope a lot of like positive and magical moments, It's like I'm trying to keep my expectations reasonable, Just I'm really enjoying, my time with my family and my friends and I'm enjoying the heck out of these projects and modeling and mermaiding and I'm loving this so much. I don't know what the future holds, but I mean, I always try to keep a really positive attitude and have a good outlook on what is coming down the road because I always feel like things always seem to work out better than I ever imagined or ever expected. Like something will happen and I'll be like, how in the heck did this happen? Like how did I get this? How did I deserve this? Like this is crazy, So I don't know, but I think if I just keep a positive attitude, keep my eye on the prize, keep on my grind and just stay out there and just keep treating people like the way I want to be treated. And I think a lot of really great things are going to happen.
Oh yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Uh, so last time you were on, I asked you what advice you would give to somebody trying to get into movies. I'm going to ask you that this time. This time, I'm going to ask you what advice would you give to anybody who's trying to get into the modeling part of the entertainment world?
Wow. I would say screw what everybody thinks. Work with as many photographers as you can. There's tons of photographers who always need models. They always need something. Maybe they're working with an advertising company. They need to get something out there. Do not, do not waste time on if someone feels like you fit the part, if someone thinks you're pretty enough. You're too skinny, you're too fat, you're too this, you're too blonde, you're too brunette, you're too this, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Ugh. Just my entire life, I had to come to the realization that I will never have that approval. You have to, and this goes for actors too, you must have it for yourself. Because regardless of where you are in life, I'm extremely athletic right now because I'm constantly doing yoga, swimming, training, hit workouts. I'm just very always doing something very physical. So I'm in amazing shape. And I think I thought that, when I was in the best shape of my life, that people would notice. But you know what? They don't. Usually I'll get a lot of, you're too skinny. Oh my God, you need to eat, So it's just all, you never get that. So just do your craft enjoy yourself, wear what you want, do what you want, work with who you want. Even if you're like, yeah, do time for print, sure. But even if you have to pay certain photographers to get the work you want, just do it. Don't ever wait and be like, well, I'm not in an agency. And so what? That can be so short-lived anyway, you guys. Like you could get in and then be like, well, I'm just going to move on to acting. So, I mean, if you love it, just do it. And the same thing with the acting. If you love it, just do it. Don't wait. And don't ever think that you're going to receive that approval. Don't even worry about it. It's stupid. Just give it to yourself. Just be everything you want to be and then enjoy the hell out of
Oh
it.
yeah. So I want to say, talking is, not the host of the show, just as Josh. I want to say that knowing you has enriched my life, and knowing that the good in people always exists. And even if there is bad, the good is always going to outweigh the bad. And for that, I am eternally grateful. And I am very proud and happy and glad to say that you are my friend. You're like my sister. So, you know, I'm going to support you. If no one else will, you got my support. So,
Thank you. That means so much. Yes, I appreciate that so much.
yeah, it's this episode, I'll say it. So before we even started the episode today, I told you there's no rhyme or reason. We're just going to talk and have fun. That's what we're doing, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I want everyone else. If there's one thing you take away from this episode, just know that if you need to come on here just to even talk, to have someone to talk to,
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yes.
You know. But the most important thing to take away from this episode is that Morgan Ziva is a force to be reckoned with in modeling, acting, but she's also the person who will always tell you reach for the stars until you get the stars and then go beyond those stars.
Yes. Yeah, you're not. Yes, you're not. And you may never reach the pinnacle of your pinnacle or whatever. I can't talk. You may never like get to this point. Just enjoy, try to enjoy where you are, because if you're always like, oh well, I'll be happy, once I get this major role, or I'll be happy like once I get this, or when I get this right relationship, or oh blah, blah, just pay attention to like the people around you who like enrich your life, and these little projects that you're doing that are bringing you so much joy. That really is what it's all about.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a saying my mom used to say. It never really made sense to me until I got older. She's like, life is always going to knock you down, which that said a lot and everywhere. But her words were, doesn't matter if you get knocked down and you stay down, as long as you're doing what you love, that's all that
Yeah.
matters. So
Heck yeah, and especially in this field, dude, they're gonna be like, ah, stay down, girl. You know, I mean, yes, I mean, and yeah, just push against it. It's just like, and that's the one thing. That's the one thing I don't like is some actors and some other models, they will poo-poo on you. They will throw you under the bus. There is a lot of jealousy and shit like that that goes on. But you know what I have found, because I have experienced that myself. And then you see karma work, and then you kind of just see how, whatever you want to call it, karma, your higher power, God, Jesus, whatever. Okay. You will see how those sometimes those people will just be removed from the things you're doing. If you just, you're honest. I just feel like, you know, you don't always have to be out to get people. Just somebody's horrible. It sucks, but just stay in your integrity and it's going to work out. Just people like that. Ugh, they're just not worth it. Yeah, just not worth it.
Oh yeah. We're coming to the end of the show, but I'm going to give you the floor for a couple minutes, like I always do, to plug your socials where people can or cannot reach out to you. Up to you. Where they can see your movies and look at your modeling stuff. Because trust me, everyone needs to look at that because it's fucking phenomenal. But the floor is yours. Plug whatever you want to plug.
Okay, yay! Yay, yay, yay. So, yes, please do follow me, everybody. I am on Morgan Ziva on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and please follow my mermaid page. On my mermaid page, I'm under Sea Siren Amy, and you can follow me on Instagram, Blue Sky, Twitter. I have a Threads. So yes, please, follow me there and we'll connect. And I can't tell you how much and recently I just feel like I'm getting like and follow and like and follow. I'm like, thank you, everybody, so much for your support. It means so much. And I mean, even if you're out there on your grind and you're feeling like, man, nobody's liking this, I'm not getting the support, just like take it from me. Like, just keep doing what you enjoy. It'll come. It'll come. You'll get there.
Oh yeah. It's like I always say: if you get one view, you've reached one person.
Yes.
You know. Uh, I mean, more views is always good, but you take whatever you can take, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Miss Morgan Ziva, I have to say, anytime you are on, I feel that much better about life just because you are an amazing human being, an awesome woman who is definitely empowered in what you do, and I respect the hell out of that. And don't stop modeling, don't stop acting because those you're phenomenal in. Uh, I don't stalk your page like, hey, no, I'm not that type of person. But
Yeah, please stalk everyone, stalk the pages. That's why I post.
but no, it's refreshing, and it's awesome knowing that people who are in the industry who are as humble and genuine and as nice as you are do exist, and because there's a lot that don't.
Thank you.
Yeah, and this is for you and everyone else who's been on this show who sees this episode. If not for you, there would be no NC-17. And this show is not for me. This is a platform for you guys. And anytime any of you want to come back on, because I know I'm going to have Morgan on again, you're pretty
Yes.
much going to become my co-host. But but no, anybody who wants to come on, if you know people who haven't been interviewed that want to get interviewed, they're more than welcome on this show. If you know people,
Absolutely. Yes.
oh yeah, I mean anybody and everybody. If you have something you are promoting, if you have something you need to talk about,
Yeah.
NC-17 is the place to go. Don't let the name fool you. Yeah, we cuss, we have fun, but we are always respectful.
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Morgan Ziva, it has been an honor and a privilege. And I'm going to tell you, like I tell everybody else, you're more than welcome back on this show anytime. And I'm never, ever going to, if I ever say no, it ain't me. Someone done stole my stuff.
Exactly. I'll be like, what? Who is this imposter? It's not Josh. Not
Oh,
my
yeah.
Josh. What?
Oh, yeah. But on a more personal note, Lauren said hello and that she
Oh,
misses you because she thoroughly enjoyed the time that we spent in the interview at Motor City Nightmares, and she enjoys who you are as a person. And she said hello.
yes, and tell her hello and we'll get together. But yes, we should just get together one even if we meet like halfway and we're like, well, let's meet for dinner. Let's meet for lunch. Let's meet for coffee. I'm totally down.
Oh yeah, I'll let her know. Well, you said coffee and lunch. Trust me, you got me with lunch, you got her with coffee. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you go so you can go get some rest and rest your fins for tomorrow.
Press my fins. Yeah.
Did you see the episode with Tess?
Yes.
So,
Wonderful. It's so good. And didn't she do so wonderful? Oh, I'm
oh
so
yeah, uh,
proud.
I I know I was supposed to end the show, but I'm sorry. I gotta show respect for her on a bunch
Yes.
of different levels because one, just the fact that she's a vet.
Yes.
I
It's
mean,
amazing.
oh yeah, and like she's been through the ringer just you know in the short part of her life that she has lived so far, and it's mad
Yes.
respect for her. But
Yes.
I want to say on a different level is the respect is for both of you because like Lauren said, and for Chris and anybody else who's a mermaid,
Yeah.
like Lauren said, you guys are the Navy SEALs of modeling
Thank you.
and keep rocking, keep swimming, keep those fins clean, and one day there will be a movie with you three.
Yes, I believe it. I
Oh yeah.
believe it.
But nah, again, you've been phenomenal as always, and I truly, truly thank you for taking time out to talk to us again.
Yes, no, thank you. This is always a pleasure for me to do this and come on and talk to you. And yeah, it's really great.
All right. Well, I appreciate you. And like I said, go rest your fins and have a good day, have a good night. And I'm sure we'll definitely talk real soon.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right. Everybody stay in NC-17.